A British couple are among up to 14 people killed after flash flooding struck the Spanish island of Majorca overnight.The pair were found dead inside a taxi that had been driving through the town of Sant LLorenc de Cardassar around 8 p.m. Tuesday when a nearby river burst its banks and the vehicle was swept away. Authorities warned that the death toll, which currently stands at 6, could rise to 14 as they hunt for 8 people including the couple's taxi driver, who are still missing. Locals told how they had to swim for their lives after a wall of water smashed into their homes, while others watched helplessly as cars with people still inside were washed away. One survivor said, "We were at home when the river burst its banks and began to take the cars away. The water was coming through the windows and the doors." Another said, "The water reached about 13 foot at one point and was piling cars up on top of each other. I had to swim to survive." "I have seen cars go past me with people inside." Rosario Sanchez, the mayor of Sant LLorenc, confirmed that 3 men and 2 women were among the dead. Among them was Rafel Gili, former mayor of the town of Arta, which is close to Sant LLorenc, where vehicles were reportedly swept into the sea on Tuesday night. Another elderly man with mobility issues died after getting trapped in the basement of his home, while an elderly woman also died after getting trapped in her home. Authorities said a 6th victim was then found in the town of Sillet. The storm is the worst to hit Majorca since 1990 and the worst to hit Sant LLorenc since 1989, according to local station IB3. Grahame Madge, spokesman for the Met Office, said the Mediterranean is being affected by a very strong weather system centered over southern France and northern Spain, which is drawing in hot, moist air. Those are the 2 key ingredients for very strong rainstorms, he told Mail Online. Heavy rain and thunderstorms will continue to affect the region this week before the system tracks east and into northern Italy by Friday. Some places could see high winds, heavy rain, lightning and hail. The taxi driver is understood to have been working for a cab firm called Radio Taxi Cala Millor, which confirmed the 2 deaths and said the driver is still missing. A spokesman for the emergency services said the British victims were traveling in a taxi that was swept away by flash floods. Their bodies were found inside the vehicle. She could not say what their ages were or where they were traveling to or from. She added, "This information forms part of an ongoing investigation.Our work now is focused on searching for those people who remain missing." Locals in Sant LLorenc sought refuge on their roofs as a torrent of water invaded the ground floor of their homes, sweeping cars out to sea. The first 2 victims were aged 71 and 83. One was trapped by a torrent of water that flooded the basement of his home, and another was found by a road linking the town of Arta to the coastal resort of Canyamel. An emergency services coordinator tweeted just after midnight, "It has been confirmed that a third person has died," before adding around 6 a.m., rescuer teams have informed us of a fourth fatality in the floods on the east of Majorca. She's a woman who was trapped in her home in Sant LLorenc. Local authorities confirmed at breakfast time on Wednesday that another person had died, although no more details were immediately released. The number of people missing in the floods was up to 15 at one point overnight, although local authorities later clarified that it was down to 5. Rosario Sanchez, Grahame, central government representative for the Balearic Islands, said, "These are difficult moments. My condolences and solidarity for all those affected, especially the families and friends of those who have died." Catalina Cladera, in charge of public administration for the regional government, described the situation as dantesque and added, "We weren't expecting it." The alert went from yellow to orange in a very short space of time. A massive amount of rain has fallen in very little time. The Spanish military is sending more than 100 emergency workers with sniffer dogs to help with the rescue effort, the BBC reports. Three helicopters and a military Hercules plane are also being sent from the mainland Spanish city of Valencia. Spanish Prime Minister Pedro Sanchez is also traveling to the disaster zone and is expected to arrive around 1 p.m. Around 100 people have spent the night at a council-run sports center in the city of Majorca near Sant LLorenc. Locals said the town remained virtually cut off Wednesday morning and could only be reached by foot. Schools in the areas suspended classes because of power cuts. Heavy rain also brought chaos to other parts of Spain, including Barcelona, where parts of the tube service were temporarily suspended, and Costa del Sol holiday resorts. The coast of Del Sol remained on red alert Wednesday following overnight storms and torrential rain in resorts like Marbella, which came after a day of heavy downpours.